My beloved child, before you close your eyes tonight, before the noise of this day becomes silent, before your thoughts begin to wander through everything that happened, come closer, just for a moment. You do not need to say anything. You do not need to explain yourself. You do not need to find the right words. I already know. I know what is in your heart. I know what you have been carrying. I know about the things you have told everyone, and I also know about the things you have told no one. I know about the smile you gave to others while your heart was tired. I know about the moments when you said, "I'm fine," even though something inside you was quietly falling apart. I know you do not have to hide from me. Not tonight, not ever. Come as you are. Come with your questions. Come with your fears. Come with your disappointment. Come with your exhaustion. Come with the things you still do not understand. Come with your broken pieces. Bring them to me. You do not have to put them back together before you come. You do not have to become stronger before I will hold you. You do not have to become perfect before you are worthy of love. My child, you are loved even here, in this moment, in this room, with all your questions, with all your weaknesses, with all the things you wish you could change about yourself. You are loved, and nothing you did today changed that. Nothing you failed to do changed that. Nothing from your past has the power to take my love away from you. Listen to me tonight. Not to the voices that accuse you, not to the voices that tell you that you are behind, not to the voice that says you should have done more, not to the voice that reminds you of every mistake. Listen to me. You are my beloved child, and I have not turned away from you. I am still here. I was there when you woke up this morning. I was there in every moment you did not notice. I was there in the ordinary moments. I was there when you felt strong, and I was there when you felt like giving up. I was there when you laughed. I was there when your heart became heavy. I was there when you wondered if anyone truly understood you. And I am here now, tonight. You are not speaking into an empty sky. You are not crying into silence. You are not walking through this life unseen. I see you. I see the person behind everything you show the world, and I love you more deeply than you know. So tonight, stop trying to carry everything. You have carried enough. Put it down, not because your problems do not matter. They do. Your tears matter to me. Your fears matter to me. The things that keep you awake at night matter to me. But my child, you were never meant to carry the whole world on your shoulders. You do not have to solve tomorrow tonight. You do not have to understand your entire life before you fall asleep. You do not have to know how every unanswered question will be answered. There are things you cannot see yet, and I know that sometimes this frightens you. You want to know what will happen. You want to know if everything will be all right. You want to know why certain doors closed, why certain people left, why some prayers seemed to remain unanswered, why you had to walk through things you never wanted to experience. And sometimes you look at your life and whisper, "Jesus, why?" My child, I am not afraid of your questions. You do not offend me when you ask why. You do not disappoint me when you are confused. You do not lose my love when your faith becomes tired. Even when you do not understand me, I understand you. And one day, there may be things you will look back upon differently. You may see that some closed doors protected you from a road that would have wounded you even more. You may understand why something you desperately wanted did not happen. You may discover that what felt like an ending was, in ways you could not yet see, the beginning of another chapter. And there may also be things you will never fully understand in this life. But even there, where there are no answers, I will still be with you. You do not need to understand everything in order to be held. You do not need to see the entire road in order to take the next step. You only need enough light for this moment. And tonight, you do not even need to take the next step. Tonight, you can rest. Let tomorrow wait. I will be there when it comes. My beloved child, there is something I want you to remember. Your life is not a race. You do not have to live at the speed of everyone around you. You do not have to become what everyone expects you to become. You do not have to compare your journey with someone else's. I did not create you to be a copy. I see the road I have placed before you, and I know that sometimes you feel behind. You look around and see people who seem to know exactly where they are going. You see people who appear happy, successful, loved, certain, and sometimes you wonder, what is wrong with me? Nothing, my child. You are simply human. You have a heart, you have fears, you have wounds, you have dreams, you are learning, you are becoming, and becoming takes time. A flower does not apologize for not blooming in winter. A seed beneath the ground does not look like something beautiful while it is growing. And perhaps there are things happening inside you now that you cannot yet see. Perhaps this season is not empty. Perhaps you are growing roots. Perhaps you are learning what you could not have learned in an easier season. Perhaps you are becoming stronger in places where you once felt weak. Perhaps your heart is learning what truly matters. Do not despise the quiet seasons. Do not assume that nothing is happening simply because you cannot see the results yet. Some of the most important work happens where no one is watching. Inside the heart, in silence, in patience, in the moments when you choose to continue, even when no one applauds you. I see those moments. I see every time you wanted to give up but kept going. I see every time you got up with a tired heart and still faced another day. I see every quiet act of love, every sacrifice no one noticed, every tear you wiped away and continued anyway. You may think those moments are small. They are not invisible to me. I see you, and I am proud of you for still being here. Yes, for still being here. Sometimes you think you need to accomplish something extraordinary before your life has value. But my child, your value was never something you had to earn. You were valuable before you succeeded. You were valuable before anyone recognized you. You were valuable before you became anything the world considers important. You are valuable because you are you, and you are deeply loved. Perhaps tonight your heart is hurting. Perhaps someone disappointed you. Perhaps someone you loved did not love you in the way you needed. Perhaps you gave your heart to someone who did not know how to hold it. Perhaps you trusted someone and they broke that trust. My child, I know what it is to be rejected. I know what it is to love and not be understood. I know what it is to stand before people who cannot see the love in front of them. So when your heart is broken, come to me. Do not be ashamed of your tears. Tears are not proof that you are weak. Sometimes they are simply the heart releasing what it was never meant to keep inside forever. Cry if you need to. You do not have to be strong with me. You do not have to pretend. You do not have to smile. Rest. Let your heart be honest. And while you heal, please remember this. The way someone treated you was not a measurement of your worth. Someone's inability to love you well does not mean you were unlovable. Someone walking away does not mean you were meant to be abandoned. Someone failing to see your heart does not mean there was nothing beautiful to see. Do not take another person's limitations and turn them into a definition of who you are. You are not too much. You are not impossible to love. You are not forgotten. You are not a mistake, and you are not alone. I am with you in the healing, and healing does not always happen in one night. Sometimes it comes quietly, one breath at a time, one morning at a time, one small moment of hope at a time. Do not rush your heart. Do not force yourself to be over something before you are ready. Bring your pain to me again and again and again. I will not grow tired of listening. And perhaps tonight you are carrying fear of the future, fear of losing something you love, fear that something will go wrong, fear that you will not have enough, fear that you will make the wrong decision, fear that you will fail. My beloved child, look at me. You do not have to know everything that is coming. I already know tomorrow, and when tomorrow arrives, I will still be there. There is no day you can enter where I have not already gone before you. There is no place so dark that my presence cannot reach you. There is no moment in your future that will surprise me. You may be surprised. You may feel afraid. You may not know what to do, but you will never face a moment alone. Remember this. You are not walking toward an unknown future by yourself. You are walking one step at a time, and you do not have to see the entire staircase to take the next step. Sometimes I will show you the road clearly, and sometimes you will simply have to trust me enough to continue. But even when you cannot see my hand, you are still in it. Even when you cannot feel my presence, you are not outside of it. Feelings change. Fear can be loud. Exhaustion can make everything look darker than it truly is. So do not believe every thought that comes to you in the middle of the night. Some thoughts are simply born from tiredness. Some fears grow larger in darkness. Some questions do not need to be answered tonight. Let them rest. You can think about them tomorrow if they still need your attention. For now, breathe. Slowly. You are here. You have survived every night that came before this one, and you do not need to survive tomorrow tonight. Just rest. My child, I know that sometimes you are angry with me. Perhaps you would never say it out loud, but inside your heart, there have been moments when you asked, "Where were you? Why did you allow this? Why didn't you stop it?" I hear those questions, and I do not move away from you because of them. You can bring me your anger. You can bring me your confusion. Real love does not require pretending. You do not have to perform faith for me. You can be honest. You can say, "Jesus, I don't understand," and I will still be here. You can say, "Jesus, I am disappointed," and I will still love you. You can say, "Jesus, I am tired of waiting," and I will not shame you. I know how difficult waiting can be, especially when you have prayed, especially when you have hoped, especially when your heart has whispered the same prayer again and again. Do not think think that silence means I have forgotten you. There are seasons when you will not understand what is happening, and I will not give you a simple answer for every painful thing in life. But I can promise you this: your pain does not make you invisible to me. Your tears do not fall outside of my love, and your story is not over because you cannot see the next chapter. There is still more life, more love, more healing, more moments you have not experienced yet. More mornings, more laughter, more beauty, more reasons to be grateful that you stayed. So please, do not judge your entire life by one painful chapter. A chapter is not the whole story. Tonight may feel dark, but darkness is not proof that the sun will never rise. My beloved child, you have been very hard on yourself. I know. You replay your mistakes. You remember what you should have said, what you should not have done. You imagine different choices, different endings, different versions of yourself, and sometimes you punish yourself long after everyone else has forgotten. But listen to me. You are allowed to learn. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to be someone who made mistakes. A mistake is something you did. It is not the whole of who you are. Stop carrying the version of yourself that no longer exists. Stop speaking to yourself with words you would never use towards someone you love. If you knew how deeply you are loved, you would understand that shame is not the voice I use to bring you closer. I do not call you worthless. I do not tell you that you are beyond hope. I do not stand over you waiting for you to fail again. I call you back to love, back to truth, back to yourself. There are things you may need to learn from. There are things you may need to change. There may be apologies you need to make. There may be habits you need to leave behind. But growth is not the same as condemnation. You can learn without hating yourself. You can change without believing you are broken beyond repair. You can begin again, and again, and again, as many times as you need to, because every new morning can become another beginning. Tonight, I want you to forgive yourself for being human. Forgive yourself for not knowing then what you know now. Forgive yourself for trusting when you thought you were safe. Forgive yourself for staying too long. Forgive yourself for leaving when you finally understood you had to. Forgive yourself for the moments you were weak. Forgive yourself for being tired. Forgive yourself for not being able to save everyone. Forgive yourself for the things that were never yours to control. You cannot go back and change every page, but you can stop allowing the past to steal every beautiful moment that is still waiting for you. My child, come back to this moment, this breath, this night. You are here, and I am here. That is enough for now. Maybe you are worried about the people you love. You wish you could protect them from every pain. You wish you could control what happens to them. You wish you could guarantee that they will always be safe. But my child, you cannot hold everyone in your hands. You were never meant to. Love them, pray for them, be present when you can, but release the things you cannot control. You are not failing because you cannot fix everything. Some people need to walk roads you cannot walk for them. Some battles are not yours to fight. Some lessons cannot be learned on another person's behalf. And sometimes loving someone means placing them in my hands when your own hands can do no more. Trust me with the people you love. I know their hearts too. I see the things you cannot see. And when you lie awake worrying about them, remember, you can rest. Because while you sleep, I do not. While your mind becomes quiet, my presence does not disappear. You do not have to stay awake in order to keep the world safe. You can close your eyes. You can let your body rest. You can release them. Just for tonight, place them in my hands and rest. My beloved child, I know you sometimes feel lonely. Even when people are around, there are forms of loneliness that no crowded room can heal. The loneliness of feeling misunderstood. The loneliness of carrying something no one else knows about. The loneliness of wanting to be seen for who you truly are. And perhaps tonight you are wondering if anyone would notice how tired you really are. I notice. I know you. I know the things that make you laugh. I know the things that suddenly make your heart heavy. I know the memories you return to. I know the dreams you are almost afraid to speak aloud. I know the prayers you stopped praying because waiting became too painful. I know you, completely. And I do not love a perfect version of you. I love you, the real you, the complicated you, the growing you, the tired you, the hopeful you, the afraid you, the joyful you. All of you. You do not have to earn your place in my heart. You already have one. There will be days when you feel my presence strongly, and there will be days when you feel nothing. Do not confuse silence with absence. A mother may sit quietly beside a sleeping child. The child may not see her. The child may not hear her. But she is still there. There will be moments when your faith feels like fire, and other moments when it feels like a tiny spark. Do not despise the tiny spark. Protect it. A small light is still light, and sometimes the greatest act of faith is not feeling something extraordinary. Sometimes faith is simply whispering, "Jesus, I don't understand, but I am still here." That is enough. You do not need to impress me. You do not need beautiful prayers. Sometimes all you have is my name. Sometimes all you can whisper is, "Jesus," and I hear you. My child, there are beautiful things about you that you have forgotten. Perhaps life has been difficult for so long that you only see what is wrong. Perhaps criticism has become louder than love. Perhaps you remember every person who hurt you more clearly than every person who believed in you. But I want you to remember, there's still goodness inside you. There is still tenderness inside you. There is still a future inside you. You are not only what happened to you. You are not only your worst day. You are not only the things that broke you. There are parts of you that survived. There are parts of you that still hope. There are parts of you that still love. And that matters. You may feel tired, but tired is not finished. You may feel lost, but lost is not beyond being found. You may feel broken, but broken does not mean useless. Some of the most beautiful things in this world are created after something has been broken open. So do not be afraid of the places where you are changing. Do not assume that every ending is destruction. Sometimes something must end because it can no longer carry you where you are meant to go. Sometimes you must release what you once loved. Sometimes you must outgrow a place. Sometimes you must become someone new. And becoming can feel like losing yourself before you realize you are finding yourself. My beloved child, you keep asking me for signs that your life will get better. And tonight, I want to remind you of something. You are still here. Your heart is still beating. There are still pages you have not read. There are still people you have not met. There are still conversations you have not had. There are still places you have not seen. There are still songs you have not heard. There are still moments of laughter waiting for you. There are still prayers waiting to become gratitude. There are still mornings you will wake up and realize, I am so glad I didn't give up. Please do not let this moment convince you that it is all there is. It is not. Your pain is real, but it is not the only thing that is real. There is still beauty, even if you cannot see it tonight. And if you cannot see it, let me hold hope for you until you can. You do not have to force yourself to feel hopeful every second. Sometimes you can simply rest in mine. Now, take a deep breath, slowly. There is nothing you need to prove, nothing you need to accomplish in this moment. You are allowed to rest. Let your shoulders relax. Let your hands become still. Let the day come to an end. Whatever happened today, it is over now. You cannot change it tonight, so release it. If something went wrong, we can face tomorrow when it comes. If you made a mistake, it does not have to become your identity. If someone hurt you, you do not have to solve that pain before sleep. If you received bad news, you do not have to understand it all tonight. If tomorrow feels uncertain, you do not have to enter tomorrow yet. You are here, with me, tonight. My beloved child, I know that sometimes you are afraid to hope, because you think that if you do not hope, you cannot be disappointed. So you protect your heart by expecting less. You tell yourself not to get too excited, not to dream too much, not to believe too deeply. But your heart was not created only to survive. There is still room for hope. Not foolish hope that pretends pain does not exist, but a deeper hope, the kind that says, I have been hurt before, but my story can still contain something beautiful. The kind that says, I do not know what tomorrow will bring, but I am willing to meet it. The kind that says, I have lost things, but I am still capable of receiving something new. Do not let disappointment become the author of your future. Your past may explain some of your fears, but it does not have to decide everything that comes next. There is still room for miracles. Sometimes the miracle is an unexpected answer. Sometimes it is a door opening. Sometimes it is strength arriving when you thought you had none left. Sometimes the miracle is simply waking up after the worst night of your life and realizing you are still here, still breathing, still capable of beginning again. And when you feel weak, remember, you do not have to be strong every moment. There are days when you will need to rest. Take the rest. There are days when you will need help. Accept it. There are days when all you can do is make it through the next hour. Then make it through the next hour. Do not demand from yourself what your heart and body cannot give. I am not measuring your worth by your productivity. You are not a machine. You are a soul. You need rest. You need kindness. You need grace. And perhaps tonight, the most faithful thing you can do is sleep. Not solve, not plan, not worry. Sleep. Let your mind become quiet. Let your heart rest against my love. Tomorrow can wait outside the door. My beloved child, if you could see yourself through my eyes, you would be gentler with yourself. You would understand that you are still learning. You would stop calling yourself a failure because one part of your life did not go the way you wanted. You would stop believing that you are behind simply because your journey looks different. You would see the courage it took to survive what you survived. You would see the strength it took to remain kind after being hurt. You would see the beauty in your sensitivity. You would see that the heart you sometimes consider a weakness is also capable of great love. Do not become ashamed of having a heart. Yes, it can hurt, but it can also love. It can forgive. It can begin again. It can recognize beauty. It can feel compassion. Protect your heart, but do not turn it into stone. There is still love ahead of you. There is still goodness. Do not allow the people who hurt you to convince you that love itself is the enemy. My love for you has not changed, and nothing can take you outside of it. Tonight, I want you to imagine placing everything you are carrying into my hands. Not because your problems will magically disappear the moment you do, but because you do not have to hold them alone. Place your fear here. Place the thing you keep thinking about. Place the person you are worried about. Place the memory that still hurts. Place the unanswered prayer. Place your future. Place your finances. Place your work. Place your family. Place your health. Place the thing you are afraid to say aloud. You do not have to explain everything. I already know. Just release it, one thing at a time. And if you pick it up again tomorrow, bring it back to me again. Place the thing you are afraid to say aloud. You do not have to explain everything. I already know. Just release it, one thing at a time. And if you pick it up again tomorrow, bring it back to me again. Do not shame yourself for struggling to let go. Surrender is sometimes something you do more than once, sometimes every day, sometimes every hour, and every time you come back, my arms are open. My beloved child, there is nothing you need to fear about coming close to me. I am not waiting to reject you. I am not looking for a reason to turn away. I know you completely, and I still invite you closer. Come with your doubts. Come with your imperfect faith. Come with your questions. Come with your empty hands. You do not need to bring me anything to deserve my love. You cannot buy it. You cannot earn it. You cannot lose it because you had a difficult day. My love is not a reward for your perfection. It is a gift, and tonight, receive it. You do not have to do anything. Just receive. Let yourself be loved. Perhaps that is harder for you than working. Perhaps you know how to give love but struggle to believe that you deserve to receive it. But my child, you do not have to deserve what is freely given. You only have to open your heart. So open it a little tonight, even if only a little, and let me tell you again, you are loved, you are wanted, you are seen, you matter, your life matters, your heart matters, your presence in this world matters. And if tonight is especially difficult, if your heart feels too heavy, then do not think about the rest of your life. Do not think about everything you need to fix. Do not think about every possible thing that could go wrong. Just stay here, this moment, this breath. You are still here, and I am still with you. Tomorrow has not arrived yet, so let it remain where it belongs. Tonight, rest, my child. You have done enough for today. You have carried enough, you have thought enough, you have worried enough. Now, let your mind become quiet. Let your breathing slow down. You are safe to rest. I am here, and when your eyes finally close, you do not have to be afraid of the darkness. The night is not empty. I am with you in it. And when morning comes, if you wake up with the same questions, we will face them together. One step, one breath, one day at a time. You do not need to know everything. You do not need to control everything. You do not need to carry everything. You are my beloved child, and you are allowed to rest. So sleep now. Let the worries of today become quiet. Let the fears of tomorrow wait. Let your heart be still. I am here. I have not left you. I will not forget you. And no matter how uncertain life may feel, you will never walk through it alone. Rest, my child. You are loved more than you know. You are held more closely than you realize. You are seen even when no one else understands. You are precious. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not too broken. You are not too far gone. There is still hope. There is still tomorrow. There is still beauty waiting for you. And tonight, you do not have to search for me. I am already here. Close your eyes. Breathe. Let go. Rest. I will watch over you through this night. And when the morning comes, my love will still be there. Just as it was before. Just as it is now. And just as it always will be. Sleep peacefully, my beloved child. You are loved. You are safe to rest. You are not alone. I am with you. And I will be here when you wake.